we got some rather unfortunate news in the MMA world, and this regards fighter Bryan Caraway. So Bryan Caraway has been charged with fraud, first-degree attempted theft, filing a false insurance claim, and making a false statement on a vehicle title in Benton, Washington County, according to the prosecutor's attorneys. So this is a big story. It's a pretty complicated and long story, so just bear with me. So Caraway, and this is why this is so important to UFC fans. Caraway used to date former women's champion Miesha Tate. And Miesha Tate, obviously was a very popular fighter at one point, and so him and her used to date, and they bought it, and I guess she bought the ATV, right? And so what happened was they bought the ATV, they ended up breaking up, and it was in Caraway's possession. So Miesha Tate said that told investigators that she informed him that she was going to pick up the vehicle. What Caraway decided to do was create create a false title saying that the vehicle was stolen. She reported that it was that he attemptedly tried to steal it. So he filed a report saying that it was stolen. And not only that, when investigators found out was that it was returned to the rightful owner, Miesha Tate. So it was never really stolen, and it was never really his. He forged a title to make it look like it was his and that it was stolen. And so because of that, he's being charged with fraud. He's being charged with false statements and obviously first degree attempted theft. But it's attempted theft, so he didn't tried to steal it, but it is in her possession. And that's the best way I can really explain this. So the vehicle is with her. And not only that, he has missed some hearings. So let me read about that. Okay, so he was charged in December 18th of 2018, and on December 21st, 2018, Caraway bought an insurance policy for the vehicle. 3 days after purchasing the policy, Caraway filed a claim that the ATV was stolen. Told insurance companies that he bought the ATV plus the helmets and the battery charger and the spare tires for $18,500 when he and Tate were still a couple. He provided a vehicle title showing that Miesha Tate had gave him the ATV as a gift, but then it turned out that it was in her ownership. So he was supposed to be in court, I believe, January 12th. Oh, no, he was charged on January 12th. Excuse me. I'm sorry. This is a very long and complicated argument. He was charged January 12th. He failed to appear to court, and it was issued at February 4th. And on February 10th, Caraway was placed on Benton County Insurance Commissioner Mike Kreidler's insurance fraud most wanted list, but he was removed after contacting the prosecutor's office, and his arraignment hearing will be scheduled for March 11th. So this is a very, very complicated story, Nate. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of details about this. It seems like this ATV has been all over the world. You know what I'm saying? It seems like this ATV really, it belongs to Miesha Tate, but it was with him. Now it's with Miesha Tate, and she attempted it. She reported that it was, he tried to attemptedly steal it. And then when it was in, and he obviously made up all these fake statements to try to prove to the investigators that it was his when it wasn't. And then he filed a complaint that it was stolen. So yeah, basically he tried to steal the ATV by filing a fake report saying that it was reported stolen. Doesn't make any sense to me, Nate. It sounds pretty stupid. So let me start off with this. Before I even give my opinion, I just want to say that the source for this was Mark Raimondi, ESPN staff writer. So let me talk about this, Nate, okay? Every 2 weeks, we get these stories talking about how people are making dumb decisions. It's as simple as that. They're making stupid decisions, and I don't understand why. I really don't. This is unnecessary. You have all this money, okay? So you know what? If this is not your ATV, how about buy a new ATV? It's really not that hard. You know what I'm saying? We know kids that are in high school that buy 3 or 4 ATVs, and they don't have nearly the amount of money that you do. Okay, you're a UFC fighter. Now, whether you're in some debt or not, that's your business. That's his business, not ours. But still, this is just unnecessary. Hey, look, if you really want to be petty, take her to court, and try to gain ownership of that ATV. If you're gonna do anything, the lowest point that you should be doing is being petty. I'd rather have somebody be petty than just steal the ATV. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. I don't like petty. I'm not a big fan of petty people, but if that's what you want to do, if you want to be petty and be like, look, I'm taking you to court for this ATV, then do that. But don't steal it and file fake reports. You know what I'm saying? That's not the right way to go. You know what I'm saying? That's like the last thing that you want to do. And like, I mean, this story's all over the place. First, Miesha Tate reported that it was stolen, and Caraway reported that it was stolen. This ATV's been all over the place, Nate. He withdrew his claim that, and the insurance company referred the case to the insurance commissioner. Tate told investigators that she informed Caraway in December 2018 that she was going to be picking up her ATV. So she informed them that she was going to pick it up. Tate said he threatened to file a report that the vehicle, Tate said threatened to file a report that the vehicle was stolen. The report said Tate told investigators that she found out Caraway had allegedly altered and forged the title of the vehicle. And she reported to Richland Police Department in December of 2019. Look, Nate, like, I'm gonna say it one more time. This story's all over the place, so sorry if I'm like trumping over my words. I'm trying to figure out like fully exactly what happened, but I get most of the story. Okay, she was gonna pick up her ATV, and he said he wanted to attempt, and he tried to make an attempt at, he tried to say it was stolen when it really wasn't. It was really her ATV. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, Nate, I'll go to you. Your thoughts on Bryan Caraway and the charges that he's being dealt with regarding this ATV?
How many times have I sat on this show and said this, Meyer? You've heard it enough. But I
Right.
don't think these guys have. You are a professional athlete making millions of dollars. You got all these kids. You got all these young adults, teenagers, students, your family, your friends. You got all these guys looking out for you, looking up to you. How many times do I have to say this? How many more times a week do I gotta sit up here and say those exact words? Every week I gotta say something like that. Because all these athletes, like, look, man, I get it. This world's in a deep downward spiral, and it's making everybody go crazy. It doesn't give you a reason to go out and commit fraud, try and steal something that ain't even or say that it was stolen and it ain't even yours or whatever it was. Like you said, you got millions of dollars. Go and buy another one. What was so special? Or actually, I don't know, I shouldn't even ask that question. If you found something so special about the ATV that Miesha Tate had, it isn't that hard to look on the badge on the damn thing. Look up the manufacturer, look up the model name. Probably find it. I'm not sure if that's what he wanted, but if again, if he found something so special about it, why don't you look it up on the internet? Google's your best friend. It's everybody's best friend, especially for all of our students out there. Shout out to all you guys. But look. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. And at this point, it's not even every 2 weeks, Mario. It's every damn week. I
Right.
think we talked about something like this just earlier this week. Someone I can't remember exactly what it was off the top of my head, but there was something that happened this week, and we had to talk about it earlier in the week.
Right.
I don't
And
get it.
I just want to clarify. I just want to clarify one thing because I think I understand most of it now. So he stole. So according to Miesha Tate, he stole the ATV. Tate took it back, took the ATV back that Caraway allegedly stole, and then he placed an insurance policy on the vehicle, and then 3 days later purchased the policy, and then he filed a claim that the ATV was stolen. So technically, really, what happened was he stole the ATV from her. She got it back. He took an insurance policy, and then 3 days later he got the policy and then said it was stolen. So that's basically what happened. When really it was never stolen, it was hers all along. Well, he kind of took it and then she took it back. When in reality it was hers, and he filed that false statement to say it was his.
I don't got much to say about this other than that. Again, you're a
Right.
professional athlete. You got all these guys who are like, what's the point of this? And
Right.
I said it before. I it's not good that anybody does it in general, but it's so bad that when you're a celebrity, because like I said, you got all these guys looking up to you, no matter if you're a star in Hollywood or if you're a professional athlete or you're a businessman or whatever it is. If your name's known out there and you're out there doing this kind of stuff, you got all these guys looking out, looking up to you and all this stuff. I know a lot of the guys will be like, that's messed up. But what about the younger viewers? Feel me? Those kids are still growing up. They don't understand this kind of stuff yet. We do, and we acknowledge it because we're adults. We have a more stronger aware conscience. They don't. They're just kids. They're still kind of living their life before they have to walk into the reality that's called life. You know what I mean? And then they see this
Right.
stuff and they think that it's okay, and they go out and do it. You know, that's why all this stuff happens. And this is just
Right.
another example of it.
Right. And then to be honest with you, this dude is possibly never gonna do what he loves to do, which is fight. Like, which is fight in an octagon. He's never gonna be able to do that now because of something so stupid like this. Like, all right, it's her vehicle, it was her vehicle all along. This dude takes the vehicle and then she gets it back and then he files a stolen report on her. Like, what sense does that make? A thief is gonna file a report of theft on the rightful owner. That doesn't make any sense. Like, it seems like he went to so many drastic measures for this ATV. I don't understand. I really don't understand. There's many other ways you could have handled this. You could have bought a new one. You could have worked it out with Miesha Tate personally, 1v1. You know what I'm saying? You could have been petty with her and be like, I'm taking you to court because this is my ATV. Okay. I don't recommend that to anybody watching. I don't recommend that, but you could have done that too. Instead, you're just gonna steal. You're just gonna file a fake report, and on top of that, you're gonna add theft to it. You're getting charged with 4 different charges there. You know what I'm saying? He's lucky he's not in prison. He has an arraignment March 11th. Okay, nothing here really talks about him being a what do you call it? He's being charged, but nothing really here talks about him going to prison or anything like that or going in jail. I really didn't see anything here that said what do you call it? And a bench warrant for his arrest was issued on February 4th, and then on February 10th, Caraway was placed on Benty County Insurance Commissioner fraud most wanted list, but he was removed after contacting his prosecutor. And right here, it doesn't say anything about him being in prison. I mean, if anybody has like information on that or whether he's in prison or not, please leave it in the comments. We'd like to know. But this article doesn't say anything about it. So I mean, yeah, man. And look, I just want to say one more thing, okay? We're talking about, well, actually, 2 more things. Excuse me. The next thing I want to go to is how he's not showing up to his hearing. Okay, that's the other thing too. Show up to your court dates. Okay, the only thing. Okay, I understand like it's a very nerve-wracking thing, but show up to your court dates. Okay, because then you personally can defend for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So show up to your court dates. Like, it's that simple, and that's all I really got to say about it. If you get charged, show up to your court dates. Don't back out of it, because then it just makes you look guilty. And the last thing I want to say is really the last thing I want to say, Nate, is this is just really childish. It really is. And I mean, this dude might never even get his job back. It's as simple
I
as that.
agree.
He had like a small run going in the UFC. And he was doing a very good job, but now like he's not even gonna get his job back, and he really just threw away his whole career over an ATV. Now it says alleged, you know what I'm saying? Which means they still got to prove stuff, you know what I'm saying? But according to investigators, they're saying this is what they believe this is what happened, okay? But it's alleged, which means there's a possibility that all of this is not real, you know what I'm saying? Like that all of this never happened, you understand me? Just keep that possibility in mind that he could be innocent. So, but if this is true, if everything that is being said right here is true, then look, he just threw away his career. So with that being said, when the arraignment comes on March 11th, I hope they figure out everything. Really, I do. I hope they can get the full story, because right now I don't even think the full story is out. I really don't, because this is so complicated on so many levels. It is not even funny. And with that being said, look, the only thing we can say really is do the right things. Okay, don't steal. Don't file fake statements and reports. Don't do anything again. Don't do anything against the law that could get you in trouble. It's as simple as that. All right. So with that being said, just make the right choices.